It's very cold, so I'm gonna keep this video quick. This is about doing what you love. The reason I'm back in New York, even though I still have my place in Miami, is because I want to do what I love again. I like streaming, but I love making videos. It's been 2 weeks since I streamed, and originally it was for personal reasons, and then this whole boycott thing happened with Kick and Aiden Ross, and I told Aiden to stop gambling when I saw him win $1 million in an hour, and then immediately become depressed because he wanted to make another million. The dopamine wore off from that gambling hit, and then all he could think about was making the next million. The satisfaction of having that much money did nothing for him. It was all about the chase. I've made a lot of money, I've became very famous, but I can tell you, the pursuit of happiness is always going to come from doing what you love. If there's no meaning behind what you're building, you might as well not do it at all. There's so many downsides to being back in New York City, like it's freezing cold. There's a lot of liberals around here. Yesterday I was in a car with a bunch of girls and they were all talking about astrology, and immediately I got a headache. You don't see that as much in Miami. It's good weather, you're gonna have a good time, there's good food, people are always gonna be attractive, they put a lot of time and effort into their appearance, but I don't love it there. I love the grittiness about New York City. I love the authenticity that people have here. I like when people ask for pictures and they feel like they're dick sucking. They don't want to be too forward about it. They're like, because people in New York are not trying to be the main character. People in New York are not here to social climb. They're not here for fake relationships, and there's no sense of clout chasing for the most part. In other places like Miami or LA, that's all you're gonna find. LA's a city filled with people who are not content with who they are, and so they're always playing dress up. I've always found that this is a place where you go if you want to build something great. There are far more people that I disagree with. The taxes are terrible here. A lot of the times it smells like piss. This is the only place I've been to where I've seen a pack of gay people flick me off, where a rabbi has come up to me to tell me how hateful and how terrible of a person I am. Yet I always find myself coming back. And I don't find a more productive use of your time than doing what you love doing. What I've always loved about this city I was born in is there's every single type of person in a span of only a couple miles. Little Italy is right across the street from Chinatown. You can see a Chinese woman praying to Buddha, and right outside there's a French tourist looking for directions. You can buy an orange on the same side of the street. You can go on the top floor and see a view of the entire city. And by no means am I saying that you should drop everything and come here. In fact, most people would absolutely despise it here. Oh, and there's a train going by. What I am saying is you should pursue whatever makes you feel like you're not trying at all. Start practicing that activity where you enter the flow state. Go to the place where working feels effortless. What else could possibly be worth your time in this life?
And he looks back and decides that all those years he suffered, those were the best years of his life, because they made him who he was.
You relax on a bus when you don't know the driver. You relax on a plane when you don't know the pilot. You relax in a ship when you don't know the captain. So why you don't relax in life when you know that God is in control?
Where you're at in your life, if you're uncomfortable, if you're mad, if you're upset, listen to what you're asking God for and realize that He's putting you through what you're praying for. So if you want to be great, know that you have to go through things that will make you great.
Don't go back to our old place, it's probably locked up anyway.
Dearest Hannah, this is the most difficult letter I'll ever write. You may have seen my name among the casualties of Hurricane Laura, and I believe that's for the best. I'd give anything to see you and Harrison again. I celebrate his birthday in my heart.
You just take and give nothing in return. You have desires and wants with absolutely no backbone or work ethic to achieve them. And then you look at people like me, like I'm the problem. Do you know the countless hours of work that I put in getting to this point? Do you know how much I've sacrificed?
What's wrong? I'm just an intern. I can't be the actual bane of your existence, so what is it?
What are you?
You're not happy with your life. Suppose, huh?
Is that
the son who grows up being told his father is a bad person carries a weight he didn't ask for. He hears the whispers, the stories, the accusations that linger in the air. They say, you're better off without him, but no one tells him why it still hurts so much. He wonders if it's true, if the man he barely knows was really so terrible. And then he wonders if those pieces of him live inside himself too. Am I like him? The question keeps him up at night. It shapes the way he moves through life, always second-guessing his own choices, trying to prove that he's nothing like the man they describe. But deep down, there's still a part of him that wonders, what's the truth? Was his father really all bad, or just broken, in ways no one wanted to understand? He'll never know for sure, but as he grows, he learns that his father's mistakes don't have to be his own, that he can choose to become the man he needed when he was a boy. Because being a son isn't about carrying the weight of your father's story. It's about building your own.
After everything, you're just a liar.
I understand how this could feel.
You have no idea how this feels. Who are you under there? What are you hiding? Are you just...
For we walk by faith, not by sight. It says in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1, now faith is the assurance of things hoped for the conviction of things not seen.
We have to walk by our faith in God and not what we see currently in front of us. Even though the times right now may not look the best, we have to look past that and walk in the faith in God that the times will get better and that we'll be able to achieve our dreams and our goals, man.
This says in Joshua chapter 21 verse 45, it says, not one word of all the good promises that the Lord had made to the house of Israel had failed. All came to pass. So God is saying that he is with us, and we have to have faith that he is with us.
If you have a blockage in your life because of your current situation, you're not as successful as you want to be, you don't dwell in that, you don't live in that, you look forward to how you're going to overcome that situation by faith.
Thank you for watching.
If you leave things the way they are now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Telling her might not change anything, but at least you'll have closure.
I'm afraid. What am I afraid of? What the fuck am I afraid of?
You're afraid of me, you're afraid that I won't love you back. You know what? I'm afraid too. Fuck it, I want to give it a shot, and at least I'm honest with you.
Alright, we have to try. Like, I'll move, or we'll go back and forth, or what, I don't know, but I know that I can't just do this without you. Maybe this whole thing implodes, nothing works, but at least we try.
So what?
So it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be really hard. And we're gonna have to work at this every day, but I wanna do that because I want you.
And when you love someone, you don't stop, ever. Even when people roll their eyes or call you crazy, even then, especially then, you don't give up. Because if I could give up, that would be some other disposable thing that is not worth fighting for.
The ugly cry. My husband fell asleep in my old ass.
You are the media now. The election proved how obvious it was. People do not care about old celebrities anymore. They don't want to listen to the opinion of Taylor Swift. They don't want to be shilled by the Call Her Daddy podcast or whatever Billie Eilish is saying. People want to listen to real people. The days of old traditional media is over. CNN, NBC News, all of this for the past 8 years had been starting to crumble, but this election showed the final shift towards the independent creator. Yeah. Okay. I love when Elon Musk posts that because it really shows how much individual power we have. The trust has been completely taken away from big corporations and given to people who actually deserve it. Does that mean that any one of us independent creators should always be trusted? Absolutely not. Everybody's intentions and everybody's judgment has to be taken into question. Now, if you understand that you're the media now, what do you do with that responsibility? What did Spider-Man say? Something, great power, my girlfriend's dead, or a cousin died. With this newfound responsibility, we need to make sure we do not make the same mistakes of all these billion-dollar news organizations. How can we use free speech as a force for good, instead of a propaganda machine to shill products and vaccines? I can't remember the last time I've seen somebody take the news seriously. It's just become brain rot background for boomers. Not only has everybody realized that the news is fake, but every celebrity part of that cog machine is in on it too. There's a major cultural shift happening that people aren't talking about when we're more likely to trust a Twitch streamer than an A-list celebrity. They didn't just lose their trust, they also lost their appeal. They lost their swag. Now you look at an A-list celebrity, you look at somebody who's on TV, and all you see is Epstein Island.
Because
I do not belong here. I've been saying it for years. The internet is a tool that we should all take part of, and the media is the best example of how it's shifting to us right now. But even if you don't want to be constantly yapping on social media, this applies to whatever business you're in. If you're a fitness trainer, you shouldn't spend 8 hours a day in a shitty, smelly Planet Fitness. You should be finding clients online. If you're a chef, why are you not making tutorials about how to cook? If it only took 8 years for a couple memes and a podcaster to take over the media, every other industry should be shaking at their knees. The power that we have now is looking at everything that everybody richer and more successful and happier than you has, and knowing that that could be yours.
Are you tired of me yet? I'm a little sick right now, but I swear when I'm ready I will fly us out of it.